Good morning. Got a 2011 Lexus IS250 in the shop today. It's here for some basic maintenance, scheduled maintenance. So I'm gonna be doing the spark plugs, a serpentine belt, and transmission fluid change. And I'll be taking you through the spark plug replacement. So let's get going. So as you can see, the passenger side is pretty easy. You just gotta remove that tube and you can get to all three. But the driver's side, these back two coils are hidden, so this whole manifold has to come off. Alright, so I got that tube off that runs from there to here, and you can see these three coils are easily accessible. But looking at this doesn't look too terrible. I think I'm going to unbolt the throttle body and let it stay there because it's got coolant lines. I don't want to disconnect those. I need to disconnect this here. Looks like I got a couple clips to disconnect. Take this out of here, unplug this, brake booster hose, and then there's a PCV hose right there. See if I can get this on camera. Right down there, PCV hose. Got the bit of orange on it. But I'm gonna continue working on this. Hopefully we get this off pretty quickly. It's a quick check-in. I got most of this manifold unbolted. There's one last bolt down here. There's a 12mm bolt going into this black bracket. I need to undo. It's kind of in a tight spot, so probably can't get this on camera. But just know that that's there. Manifold is unbolted. Never done one of these, so I actually don't really know where all the bolts are and stuff, so it took me a minute to find those. But it's got this line here. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna move it out of the way. I have access to these coils now, so I'm just gonna change these plugs and put it back together, and then I'll do the other side. But here's that bracket I was talking about. It's hard to get to. Bolts to right here, and then here's the PCV valve, and that hose is this hose here. So let's keep moving forward. Alright, I got this left side bank plugs out. They definitely look original. These are the new ones that are going in. It's got this interesting like tri design here. Never seen that before. It's kind of cool. But the other four is in this box. Well, new ones are going in. Alright, and just like that, it's all finished. This actually was pretty easy. The book time is 2.9 hours. I think I've been working on this for like 45 minutes. The hardest part is just dealing with the bolts that are behind this manifold. You need some special tools to, just like special wobblies and stuff like that to get to those. Next little part of this job, I have to change this serpentine belt. It's actually really small, so I think I can get to it through this little space here in the top. So Toyota, as always, comes through. They put a little hole there that you can stick an Allen key in. You relieve the tension and then push the Allen key through. Now you can just work on taking the belt off and routing the new one on. It's a great design. Since we pulled out about 2 quarts, actually a little less, it's at 4, so I'm gonna go down to about just under 2.5. Start this puppy up, make sure I didn't leave anything unplugged. Alright, sounds good. I'm just gonna take this for a quick test drive, make sure it's shifting properly. Whenever these don't have any leaks, I always measure the amount of fluid that comes out and just replace it with the amount that came out. This style transmission pan doesn't have like one of those plastic indicator things at the drain, so that's all you can drain actually. The real way, if you want to get all the fluid out, is to do a transmission flush, and you have to disconnect all the cooler lines in order to do that. This thing's driving pretty good, shifting smooth, so I think she's all done, ready to go. Thanks for watching. Ah, look at those mountains. I need to get up there. Maybe I'll make a video of me snowshoeing one day.